shitlords, shit ladies, good whatever the fuck time it is. It's the late night edition of Jeff the hamster in a man suit being pissed off about something. This technically isn't really Gamergate related, but I'm tagging it with Gamergate because only motherfuckers who are paying attention that aren't just that are paying attention really to this kind of shit. If you haven't heard, and there's gonna if I did it right, there's gonna have been an image at the start of this, and that's the tweet that inspired this. But let's start with some history. It's recent history, so you'll notice I'm not drinking beer, just Coke. I had my last beer with that last video that you saw me drinking on. Fuck, Wednesday or Monday. I think Monday. And that's not enough whiskey for me, so I'm gonna save it for my wife so she can take the edge off when she gets home tomorrow. So Jesus. Marysville Pilchuck High School had a shooting. There are 2 dead. One is the shooter, and there are 4 injured. One is severely injured, and last I heard is at Harborview Medical Center. He was airlifted to the medical center in Seattle, which, for those of you who aren't aware, is actually kind of fucking far, which means it was kind of fucking serious. The other 3 are in Providence Hospital in Everett. I don't know which one. There's like fucking 5 of them. And it's fucking terrible. And how I found out was I live close enough that my son's school called me to let me know, hey, that shooting? Not us. But we're gonna, our hearts would go with them, and we're gonna, make sure nothing like that happens here. It wasn't us. I'm like, what shooting? It's a recorded message, so they didn't fucking answer me. But, so that's how my day middlingly went. It is late at night. It's 11 o'clock at night. I've got my wife passed the fuck out. I've got my son laying down watching fucking Anime Bros. If you don't know, it's so yes, I had to actually get dressed for this, and yes, I think the vest is fucking important. And for those of you wondering, I am wearing pants. If I'm gonna put on my shirt, I'm gonna put on my fucking pants. And now I'm rambling again because I'm pissed off and I don't know what the fuck to talk about. Because Jesus fucking Christ, I don't want to get started on this. So, Anita Sarkeesian, if I couldn't get the tweet up, or if you'd like a refresher, because I don't, not a coincidence. It's always men and boys committing mass shootings. The pattern is connected to the ideas of toxic masculinity in our culture. Responders, such as people, I'm gonna have the archive link down below, so you'll be able to see what people and what a response is. In before somebody draws a connection to mental illness, there is none. Now there are decent who did this exact nonsense. But another person, completely. A narrative of revenge is strength. Now, the stated belief of why the shooting happened, pretty much, it just happened a fucking day, so there's been no goddamn fucking investigation yet, is that a girl turned him down for a date, and so he came to school with a gun, and he shot people. But that's not mental illness. That's perfectly sane, which makes me fucking wonder about that son of a bitch. But I guess they're probably a woman, so they're never, women are never violent. Oh, no, that's just when they're being masculine, right? When they're being feminine, they make false rape charges. Because, the majority, if not all, false rape charges are women. So, therefore, it's a toxicity in femininity. All people who fake being pregnant are women. Therefore, that's a toxicity in femininity. But I'm sure that's men's fault too. All people who hijack planes, for the most part, there's a couple variations. Just like there's been a few female shooters, not necessarily in schools, but there have been a few female shooters. For the most part, it's just Muslims that hijack airplanes. It must be toxicity in Muslim. Just Muslims in general. They're just all toxic, and this is boiling in all of them. That's the insinuation. The majority of people with Ebola in the world are in Africa, and of African descent. Therefore, having Ebola must be a sign of toxicity in Africa and in African people, right? I mean, that's where we're going with, hey, if something bad happens, it's this entire gender's fault. It's not the fault of that person or that person's circumstances. That person being a fucking crackpot psycho. Now, I will applaud. I will golf clap Anita for having the wherewithal to not say it was Gamergate. To not say, well, he probably played video games, he's in the right demographic, therefore he must have been in Gamergate, and when they don't find any signs of Gamergate, then the response would be, well, he must have been one of the secret members. He must have been one of the harassers, the doxers, the ones who do everything in secret behind the shadows. It's why no one sees them on Twitter or anywhere else using the hashtag to harass or dox people. Yeah. So, of course, according to that video yesterday that I mentioned fucking earlier today, apparently asking fucking questions to try to understand someone is sea lioning. And that's apparently a form of harassment, is to go, hey, I'd like to understand your side. Can we have a discussion? Well, clearly, but block that motherfucker. He wants to talk. Ugh. Now, like I said, there are other people. Maybe wait a while on theories until we find out more about the situation. Lots of families involved. That's at least fucking respectful. It gives her too much credit on this, but it's at least fucking respectful. My favorite is, you're right, we should have more girls shooting up our schools and killing people. Hashtag gender equality. A good one. I'd be interested in studies that prove that, especially what ideas exactly are the problem. Not great, but good. At least they're saying, hey, if you think that, where's the study? Which, of course, someone's response, read an article from a men's rights activist site talking about how men exist to display power. It was disgusting. That is disgusting. Was it connected to this? Or are you just connecting it yourself? Because I'm going to guess, since you didn't provide a link, that the men's rights activists were not saying, well, this woman should have just, this girl should have just got on her knees and sucked that guy's dick. Otherwise, she got what she had coming. No one's saying she got what she, not a fucking person out there's going, yeah, man, when girls don't put out, when girls don't go out on a date, when girls don't put out, you just gotta fucking get them. I'm trying to tone down on statements like, what are you fucking retarded? But, what are you fucking retarded? Someone decided to do a nice joke hashtag, not all mass murderers. The not all men thing, when the hashtag was going around at the last shooting, it's like, well, all men are a danger to all women all the time. Then carry a gun, you silly bent. If you really think, and yeah, I'm using a gendered slur. I'm using an antiquated fucking British, I pipe my thumb at you, but if you're a woman and you think all men are a danger to you, then carry a fucking gun. And if a man presents a danger to you, shoot him in the fucking face. Carry a taser and tase him in the goddamn dick. Well, I shouldn't have to defend myself. Men should be corrected. But the problem is that you've been convinced that it's men as a concept and not men as in a group of people. And that's what this is. So, Joss Whedon, are you a school shooter? Movie Bob, Jim Sterling, Greg Tito, Archon, fucking all of you, are you school shooters? All you people who fucking retweet her shit and go, oh yeah, yes, evil men, women, vagina good, penis bad. All you people, is this what you believe? Because like I said last time, I'm trying hard. I try hard to understand the asylum. The asylum is basically, all men are potential shooters, rapists, and monsters. Okay, what do you do with a potential monster? You restrain them. Hey, here's a fun one. Here's a fun one. All genocides and major atrocities on people have been committed at the behest of charismatic ideologues whose sycophantic followers were too enamored with them to question their beliefs until it was too late. How's that? You fucking semi-charismatic ideologue? You know, what are you advocating with this? The destruction of the patriarchy or the destruction of men? I have no issue with the idea of you going after the windmill of the patriarchy because you know what? Like I've said, I was raised among the tinfoil hat brigade. I don't discount a conspiracy, I just would prefer evidence before I'm going to go, conspiracy. Same as I do the same thing with religion. I want evidence, I want to have an experience in my life that gives me faith before I go to church and go, oh my God, I believe. Because I don't have faith in people, in ideologues, in religions. I have faith in facts and information. And I don't have faith that you can interpret all the information in ways that are going to be effective to my understanding and not to your narrative. But let's continue. Might be better conceived of as 21st century faux masculine fatalism. Wimps going out with a bang. This video might run longer. I actually ended up clearing a lot of, apparently a lot of the space on my phone was taken up by the goddamn new YouTube album, which I fucking, it's another person who preaches to me, so I won't have his shit around me. So, hey, you might have put up with me a little bit longer, and thank God, because normally I'd be running out of time in a minute. Seriously though, retweet this. Report it. If this offends you, if you consider this offensive language, fucking report it. We're reporting every harasser who comes at her. But that's not why she did this. She didn't do this because she believes it. And here's where we come from. The next few tweets up, man, when you ask a question about how something like this could happen, the hours of hate you get. This isn't a question, Anita. This is a statement. This isn't an opening for dialogue. This is a declaration. You're not saying, I wonder if things like this might be caused by unfair standards of masculinity or imposed upon masculinity or things like that. What you're saying is that males who don't act like women are the source of this, are the cause of it. Anyone who acts masculine, which includes a lot of lesbians as far as I've met. I'm sorry if that offends any lesbians out there, but I've met a bunch of lesbians in my life. I might just not have known the other ones were lesbians, but I've met a lot of ones who are just very much, man, I love vagina, and man. But now she's got a new round of harassment. This is gonna contribute to it, I'm sure. I'm sure one of her fucking goddamn fucking remores is gonna fucking see this and say, one more person harassing you. I'm not harassing you. I'm asking you if you want to start a dialogue, ask a question. If you want to make a statement with your fucking history, you don't want to start a dialogue. You're not asking a question. You're not asking for us to discuss something, because look at your history. Anytime anyone tries to discuss anything with you, they are harassed, they are shut down, they are silenced, and they are insulted by the fucking game media, and now increasingly the media at large. You don't want a fucking discussion. You don't want a fucking dialogue. You want a religion to you, based on your ideas, and it's fucking awful. You're using the death of 4 kids two kids, and possible death of one, if not four more. But the injury of four kids, the traumatization of an entire school and community to espouse the idea that maybe it's the fault of people who don't act enough like women. And at the same breath, you get pissed off when people say you're acting like a woman. What is femininity to you, Anita? Is it passivity? Because you're not passive. Is it creative? Because you're not creative. You're critical. There's a difference between creative and critical. You're not making anything new. You are harping on things other people have made and using those things to advance yourself. But now you're doing TED Talks on being a victim of harassment. Now you're doing speeches at schools on being a victim of harassment. But god damn it, no one should ever call you a professional victim. I guess this is your chance to go pro. Because you're not gonna. This isn't something that engenders love and kindness. This is something that engenders people to fucking hate you. And I still don't hate you. I reserve hate for people I've actually known and gotten to know, and who treated me like fuck. I hate people I'm related to. I don't hate you. I think you're a fucking horrible human being. You're a fucking parasite. And that's all you are. You're a parasite with an ideology that people can use to manipulate other people. And the people who follow you, the people who herald every goddamn fucking piece of goddamn fucking bilious shit that you sneeze out of your fucking speech hole, they're just fucking sycophants and cowards and people unwilling or unable to think on their own without someone to tell them. You're trying to found a religion, and congratulations, it's working. You've now equated the enemy. You've now declared your devil, and your devil is everyone who doesn't act the way you think women should act. They shouldn't be sexual or sexualized. They shouldn't defend themselves. They should have other men should come to the defense of women, but men should not expect to get any kind of kind treatment for the defense of women. And now I'm not saying, hey, I stopped that guy, beating you up. Time for a Hummer. I mean, thanks. Because that'd be damsel in distressing, wouldn't it? And you're not a damsel in distress. You're not a professional victim. You're just making a career off of saying shit like this. And if I thought this could be the end of your career, I'd have let it pass in fucking silence and hoped the best for you, but it won't. Not a single fucking site is going to call you on this. Not a single fucking person in the mainstream media is going to say, hey, that's not okay, but they're more than happy to jump on any fucking politician who says anything close to it. And you're just a horrible, horrible human being. And I don't even think you can see it anymore. And I have no intention of trying to help you. I don't give a shit. I don't know you. Same reason I can't hate you. I don't know you. I got no fucking investment in helping you or protecting you. And I have no investment in fucking... What the fuck is wrong with you? That you think this is okay? Have you never lost anyone? Have you never actually suffered loss or heartache or hardship? Have you never actually been hurt? Are you a real person? How? It has nothing to do with mental illness, does it, Anita? It's just the fact that he was a man. And everyone, Gamergate, talk to your friends, whether they believe in Gamergate or not, whether they fucking talk about games or not. talk to your fucking friends and make sure it's known that there's someone out there with the ear of the fucking media who can say shit like this and not be touched. And any fucking complaint, any fucking discussion is gonna be called harassment and abuse, and it's... I don't... You sacrificed 2 children on your altar, Anita. Are you proud of yourself? Like I said in the last video, they're trying so hard to equate us with every negative thing so we'll be ashamed. They're making things up like people having died because of Gamergate to make people reactionarily leave. They're trying to make us feel bad about Gamergate and being a part of it. It's why they're trying to so hard. And it just... I've never been ashamed of who I am. I've been ashamed of some things I've done in my life. And if you haven't, you probably got issues. Because no one's a fucking saint. And even the saints have things that they're like, wow, I should have done that. It's just generally things like, man, I should have put the seat down. But do you have no humanity? Do you have no empathy? Have you sought ever professional fucking help? This is on par with Pat Robertson declaring that the fucking September 11th attacks was caused because we allowed lesbians in the country. Or the fucking earthquake in Haiti was because they made a deal with the devil. It's the same fucking shit. And it... So what's your solution, Anita? You have the floor. You keep the floor. No one will take the floor from you. No one will share the floor with you. Speak. What's your solution to this toxic masculinity? Camps, enforced breeding, chemical sterilization of all the people who don't fit your bill, forced medication. What dystopia, what science fiction dystopia are you gunning for so I can be ready? Your fucking goddamn jackboot fucking thugs kick down my door. Go to take my son from me. Because he's just another toxic fucking male, right? He's 7 years old and he fucking cries if he thinks he's actually hurt me in any way. Even when we're playing, like we're fighting, if I pretend like I'm hurt, he fucking cries. He cries if I shave my entire face. And this fucking sweet, sensitive, caring child, he's just another fucking toxic male to you. So when your fucking police come, when your enforcers come in 5 years, when this is the standard, because God knows we're not allowed to fucking discuss it, we're not allowed to dispute it, because any dispute or discussion is fucking terrorism and hate and the Klan. When we're not allowed to discuss it, when this becomes the fucking ideologue, can you at least tell me what kind of fucking camp you're going to be putting my fucking son in after you put a bullet in my head, because I won't let you take him. And I won't have a gun because you don't like those either. I won't have any way to defend myself when your fucking army kicks in my door. And yes, I'm being hyperbolic, and no, I don't think she's got a fucking army of soldiers she likes to fucking point. The same as they say, well, we're not coming to take your gun, your games. I don't think you're coming to take my games. I think you're being a bitch. I'm sorry, is that a gendered slur? Well, she's a gender, and you know what? I got male friends who are bitches too. Not gays, just I got regular fucking straight friends I call bitches. Fuck, my friends call me my wife's bitch. Are you such a... And Joss Wheaton and Will Wheaton and all you fucking people. All you people who stand there and fucking cheer and hurrah, women and men alike, when she speaks. Do you know this is what she says? Or do you just not listen? should never said this before. This is just a joke. Like all the other fucking hate speech we've gotten lately. Just another fucking joke. I'm not laughing. Well, I am, because it's how I fucking deal with stress. But I'm not. It's not fucking funny. So, you can call it hate speech. You can call it abuse. You can call it harassment. But Anita, go fuck yourself.